Hey guys, what is up and welcome to another video. Today we are at Nikko Circuit and we're driving, getting some seat time today. I'm here with Okachan. He was gracious enough to invite me out to this event. And he's here today with his D1 and drift muscle competition car. So let's take a quick look at that before we get out on track. All right, so this is Okachan's competition S15, and you've probably seen this car a lot on all the videos online of him competing at either D1, drift muscle, and things like that. And pretty much as well, I think in hot version, it was in that. Anyways, it's a 600 horsepower SR. He tunes it all himself. It is all pretty much factory ECU, just with like the GTR R35 airflow meter and things like that. Obviously he's got a lot more going on in the engine than just like a factory SR. The interior is amazing. He's using a carbon fiber dash. These doors are all carbon fiber, super light. He's obviously got a hydro. He's running a 350Z transmission, which is a CD09. This thing's insane. Like I said, 600 horsepower and a really light S15 chassis. And he's out here today testing a new tune that he's put on it. So I can't wait to, I can't go passenger with him because there's no passenger seat. We'll fix that next time he brings it out. But yeah, I just can't wait to see him on track and see what this thing does. All right, so we're just warming up the car right now. They really extended this corner. I love what they did with it. Time to be a little bit real with you guys. This whole morning, I've been a complete mess. I've been like emotional, frustrated, stressed out, nervous and kind of scared, everything that you could think of, all because of what happened last time I was at Nikko Circuit with my oil filter block snapping off and the oil going everywhere, the 3-car pile up, like all of that is like burned in my brain. And whenever I'd go to do that big corner, I just freak out all the time. And it's stupid. It's absolutely stupid. Like, I know that I can do this. I've done this before. I have been training at Tsukuba Gymkhana and stuff. I should be making improvements out here. I shouldn't be freaking out. And what was happening was I'd go to commit and just completely screw up. And it was like I'd completely forgotten how to throw the car off balance and initiate the drift and everything. And it just got me even more frustrated. Anyways, I was a huge mess. And I didn't film anything because I was just so frustrated. Anyways, if you guys are in the live stream, you know what I'm talking about. I was just sucking so much on the live stream drifting that it made me even more frustrated because you guys were watching. But anyways, I just wanted to be real with you. Like, everything's not always sunshine and happiness. So I had to learn a lesson, beat it out of me. I had to just focus on driving and just remind myself that I'm a confident driver, and now I'm good. So anyways, vlog back on track. Let's go out and have a look at some of these D-Class expert guys drifting right now. There is an FD here, which is just shredding. I do have some bad news about Okachan's car. The oil pump died, so we pushed that back onto the trailer, and that's going back to the workshop to get a new oil pump put on. Luckily, he found it just as it started dropping off the oil pressure, and he turned it off and then checked it, and yeah, the whole pump's dead. So very lucky there. Anyways, let's get out and show you guys some of these guys drifting. It's got a 2J in it. So these guys are tandeming, and then behind them's the FD tandeming. That 8.6 is shredding today. And look at the wagon. So that's it for D class, which is experts. It's now time for A class. Now, an interesting thing you guys may not know is in Japan, it's typical that A class is beginner, B class is normal, then C and D are like the really good expert guys. So I think in America and Australia, typically at a lot of events, they normally say A class means you're like top dog, like awesome, right? Like expert. But it's backwards here, which is kind of interesting. So you would have just seen this crown out on track, and it is super cool. すいません。この車 1JZ 1J いいね VVTI そうミッションはマニュアルいいねかっこいい So yeah 1JZ VVTI he's manual swapped it and damn this thing is so cool to see a station wagon out there drifting. And he's actually got like really good control of it too, so I don't know how he has this set up, but that's super cool. So there you go, dads and mums that have a lot of kids and family members, pick up one of these, put a manual box in it, and you can slide it. Let's take a good look at this FD now, shall we? It literally sounds like that pig that you squeeze. Oink, 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 oink. All right, let's get a good look at this FD. Very cool. かっこいい. The big fat turbo there. Looks awesome. So engine bay's painted pink, the interior's painted pink. He's running a Link ECU. You can see the canned Lambda kit there. Really cool rotary. Let's get around to the back so you guys can hear this. That idle is so good. And his interior is really cool. Whole bunch of Defi gauges on the dash. Really nicely set up car. Kakkoi. Very cool, very cool. I'd love an FD one day, but it's just so out of my, like, I have no idea what to do with them. I have no idea how to work on them. You can see he's relocated his coil packs up there as well. Very, very cool. All right, let's take another look at some of the other cars here. There's this really awesome drift spec car here. It's been debadged for extra stealth, as you can see. And this thing, man, 0 to 100 in like 2 seconds. It's manual swapped, it's got a 2J, it's super rad. Don't let the hybrid thing fool you. This is a JDM Prius, and these things are quick, very quick. Yeah, shreds through tires, man. There's obviously a lot of S chassis here today, and really nice SR20 setups and things like that. We've got a JZX90 here with a non-VVTI 1J, running a really nice big Greddy turbo, it looks like. Really tidy in here, hey, super tidy. Super tidy. Bit of a wiring mess, but that's kind of normal in a factory car. And you got this other Crown wagon here. Look at this thing. Now he's out sliding this as well. And he gets this thing like pretty sideways. And he's running a 2J in here with a massive Greddy top mount as well. It's super cool. Like manual swapped of course as well. Manual. And he's out there drifting this. Like you can see all the rubber flicking up all over the back here. This thing shreds. Probably better than my 33. But it's super cool. So there you go, another proven concept for parents with lots of kids. You can have a drift car still and take your kids to school every day. Super cool. Actually, I really want to have a Stagia, a Nissan Stagia with like a 26 in it set up for drifting and stuff that May can like use and we can take our kids to school and stuff. I think that'd be cool. Obviously, another S chassis with the SR setup, running a Greddy top mount, another big Greddy top mount turbo. So pairs on Greddy on each side, hot side Greddy, cold side Greddy. So that's kind of cool to see. That's kind of weird. It's an S14 with a non-VVTi SR sitting in there. Although don't blame them, the non-VVTi SRs are much easier to work on and less complicated. So it's a good thing. There's a fair few kind of like drifty missile looking cars here. Another JZX90. The 1J non-VVTi. Super factory, super clean, super driftable. I was just looking for Oka-chan to find where he was so I could throw him in the vlog and ask him some questions. And I looked everywhere for him and he's sitting in the driver's seat of my car. Doshite no? What are you doing? Summer, it's too cold, so he's in my car. It's funny, I really think Oka-chan's like a cat because he hates the cold so much. And whenever there's like a warm patch of sun, he'll go stand in it like a cat, or he'll go sit in a warm spot to stay warm. Anyways, things have been going really well with my car. I had a little bit of an issue where my oil breather popped out, which is a super common issue on all RBs. These get loose and pop out all the time. So I managed to silicone seal that in today. And then at the same time, these old clamps were pretty loose there. So I had to put a hose clamp on there to stop some blow-by oil spraying out over the top of the cam cover and down onto the exhaust, causing a bit of smoke, which could also lead to a fire, which we do not want a fire at Nikko Circuit. No, 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 we do not want that. So as you just saw Oka-chan spending a bit of time with me and essentially just beating the scared little whip out of me. And I have no idea why I'm driving the way I'm driving today. I'm normally not like this. Maybe I'm just not feeling it today, I don't know. But spending that time with Oka-chan's really helped. I still think it all has to do with how I had that kind of near accident and everything here. So, you know, I've already improved a whole bunch. I'm not making a lot of those same mistakes anymore. Oka-chan's really just kind of like helping me reset myself there. I don't really know what else to say, but I'm gonna get back out on track and keep practicing. I got 2 more sessions. Let's see if we can ace this before I go home. I haven't even like gone through the first set of tires on the rear, and I brought 3 sets, 3 pairs. So, you know, I feel a bit silly, but it's okay. Let's just get out on track and see if we can ace this and just like get back to normal. I don't even know what's wrong with me today. I really don't. I'm sorry if this vlog seems depressing, guys. I really am. All right. I'm still really like screwing up that entry. So I'm just gonna try and relax and get it right. Not gonna bother about the rear drifting, like this drifting section here. I just wanna focus on getting that entry right. Because that's like my biggest fear, is screwing that up and smashing in to like the wall after that oil spill. So I'm just gonna focus on trying to get that right. What the frick happened there? Did completely the wrong thing. I don't know. Man, I wish I knew what was wrong with me. Just not entering that corner like I used to. Maybe today just isn't my day, guys. Maybe I just don't feel it today. Okay guys, so I'm at Yoshio factory and hanging out with Oka-chan for a bit, and then we're going out to dinner. But I wanted to show you Naoki's car. It's here for a tune at the moment, which is really cool to see Naoki's car here, obviously. It's super cool. Last time I saw this was at, what was it? Tokyo Auto Salon. So it's really cool to see this in the flesh. I hope that one day I'll be able to make it to an event that Naoki's at so I can see him driving it. But it's obviously really cool. Whole bunch of cool stuff on there, and there's a couple Australian companies and things, and obviously I'm good friends with Shane at Stacked Ink as well, which is one of like the main sponsors for Naoki, and he goes like around the world and travels with him and stuff to all those events and things. So yeah, it's just really good to see the car in person again. Anyways, gonna get inside and we're just gonna look at the Link ECU and see if we can put in a better base map and stuff like that and muck around with that. Alright guys, so I'm back home now and I've just had a shower and I'm starting to relax and just switch off. Can't wait to pass out in bed. But I wanted to recap what happened today. And I mean, I know it was kind of a little bit depressing, I guess, me talking about how I wasn't performing well and things like that, and I didn't know what was going on, or you know, just maybe I was being affected and stuff from the crash and things like that that happened previously at Nikko. But after I spent some time with Oka-chan at Yoshio factory, we went over the car, and we found a whole bunch of these little issues and things like that that actually all add up to every bit of like issues that I was having on track today with my car and why it was so difficult to drive. When Oka-chan even drove my car, he said something's not right, and you know, we tried to fix what we thought was a problem. We did fix some other issues, you know, like the front suspension, making that a little bit stiffer. That fixed it and made it a bit better there, and all these other little things, but it was still a lot more difficult to drive and get it to do what you wanted to do than what Oka-chan said he previously experienced when driving my car. So that was the first thing that made him think something was up. Now, after we went over everything, you know, there's something funky happening with the brakes in my car. We're not sure what's happening. We need to investigate that. But when you're touching the foot brake, somehow the front is like going on much stronger than the rear. And then sometimes the rear is locking up automatically. It's doing some weird things. Like, I don't know if you remember in the last drifting video at Gymkhana, I said it felt one of the issues like when I ran out of gas. But at the same time, because I ran out of gas and my car, like the engine wasn't doing anything while I was going sideways because it was out of gas, it felt like my rear wheels were locking up by themselves, like as if the brake was on. It was really weird. Anyways, that's pretty much what's happening. So there's some weird issues happening there and things like that, and we need to suss it all out. We don't know what's going on. So we've got a whole bunch of work to do on the car to try and fix all these kind of little issues. Plus we need to add some more lock. That's another issue we're having, and we need to sort out why once it hits the bump stop, it's kind of getting stuck. So we might just cut the bump stops completely off and add a little bit of a rack spacer. I don't know, we've got to play with things, and we need some front camber adjusters and things like that to just really tidy up the car and get it handling the way it should be. So we're going to go through and just start really working on handling, like getting handling better on the car, if you know what I'm trying to say. It's a bit hard for me to like kind of go through everything I want to talk about right now because I'm really exhausted, in case you haven't noticed. Yeah, so there's a whole bunch of work we need to get done on the car, which I'm super pumped about because it means more videos for you guys and more like, I guess, like progress along this journey. I mean, I've gotten to a point now where I literally thought it was me all day, and that like it was just me sucking all day and not performing well, not driving well. But it makes me feel a little bit better knowing that there were all these issues with the car and I was still able to get the car to do what I was getting it to do. With those circumstances, it's crazy that I was able to do what I was doing. So coming away from it, I still feel like I accomplished a lot today. I can't wait to get the car fixed and get out to Nikko again and conquer it properly. Gymkhana is on the 14th. Oka-chan said he's going to let me borrow his car for the day, so that'll be sick. I'll be able to use one of his training cars for the day. See, I'm getting everything mixed up. Anyways, guys, I've been rambling for a long time now. I hope you enjoyed this video, even though it was kind of a little bit bleh. But this is the journey that we're on, you know, getting to competition level and things like that in the future. This is just, I guess, what happens along the way. Eventually, you know, you got to fix your car, or you get to a point where you need to start improving handling because you're at that point where you need it. And anyways, I don't even know what I'm saying. So thanks heaps for watching. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Ja mata ne.